Is he a max type of player in your mind right now at this stage in his career?
It's a trick question because you're a max player if somebody gives you a contract that has max numbers on it and says sign it. So should he be a max guy this summer? Do I think teams out there are prepared to give Dwight Howard the max? No, I don't. And no, I don't. I don't think he's going to get it, and I don't think it's warranted at this stage of his career. I wrote a good 3,000 words or so that are sitting there on BleacherReport.com that posted today about this quandary that Dwight Howard just a few years ago, you had the Lakers, Rockets, Mavericks, and the Warriors. Those same Warriors who won the championship a year ago. 3 years ago, they were tripping over these other teams. They're all tripping over each other, trying to get Dwight Howard and trying to get him to sign a max with them. As we sit here today, he's looked at as somewhat of a toxic figure. He's not a bad guy. He's not a guy who's going to wreck your locker room, but he is a little older, not quite as productive, and there are concerns, chemistry-wise, because Dwight Howard really still believes that he is a guy who should have an offense structured around him, that he should be a featured player. And he's the only one who seems to think this. I can't find any coaches or GMs around the league who believe he should be. They all cast him as basically a third or fourth option. What he should be doing at this stage of his career is, defending, rebounding, and offensively being a guy who you can feature in a pick and roll because he's still a beast rolling to the basket. And that's when he was at his most effective, even in his prime years in Orlando, as a pick-and-roll guy. But at some point, Dwight Howard got it in his head that he needed to be a back-to-the-basket post guy and that he needed a bunch of post touches. And that's not where the NBA is right now. It was never a strength of his in the first place. And he believes basically that he's a max player who should be also given a max role. And that's just not meshing with reality.